Bumps and bruises, scratches and scrapes. Some of the ingredients that a good life makes. But sorrows become success. And as we aim for the top, we will pause if we must, but we will never stop. Welcome to Sim Soul Sessions. Hello and welcome to Sim Soul Sessions. This is a safe space to share your stories. Tonight I'm catching up with a former colleague, a forever friend, who was last here really to help me through a difficult time in my life because she had been there. Well, tonight she shares how life has been since she last sat in the chair, how much she has weathered, and why she had to take a step back, retirement, she says, and lay low, and why now she is ready to step forward again. Entrepreneur, media maven, mom, wife, Emprezz Golding joins me tonight in the big chair. There's so many more titles I could have given you, but then the show would have done by the time I get through. Oh. Hello, my friend.
Hello, my soul sister.
It's good to see you.
It's good to see you.
Good to have you back in the studio.
You know I love studios.
Do you miss it?
I do miss the studio, the lights, camera, action, the crazy men behind the camera. But, you know, it's so good watching you do what you do. It just gives me life when I watch your shows.
Thank you, baby.
Yeah.
So you were last here when Mom passed. That was March of 2021.
When your mom passed.
When my mom passed. And I asked you here because we had so many discussions off camera, behind the scenes, about your mom, Joy, passed, and how even years after she had gone, you were still Emprezz, working through it because you loved her so much. That's a process, eh? That continues. How are you? How have you been in that journey?
You know, through everything, her name gives me life.
Joy.
So joy. So I decided that whenever I'm down, whenever I'm going through anything, that her legacy would be to live with joy, because that's how she lived, the inimitable joy. So it's been a very painful process, still processing. It was 2019 when Mom passed. And so it's like when somebody rips a piece of your heart out. So every day I'm trying to heal, and there are triggers. When somebody loses their mom, I'm triggered, and I go into a place where I'm crying uncontrollably. I'm like, what is wrong with me? And I realize that these emotions are normal.
Nothing wrong with it.
Nothing wrong with it. But it's hard when you've lost your best friend, the only person in the world that would message me once a week and encourage me to keep going. The only person who believed in me, I think, no matter how many mistakes I made, she was always the one that would pick me up, that would guide me. So I'm still looking for that sometimes in life. Like, where are you, Mom? I need you right now.
Yeah, so, and you're saying that even with all that, you kind of feel like your foundation is gone now. Yeah. Because you're coming out of a self-imposed hiatus, which you largely took because then you lost your dad.
Yes, I lost my dad last year. And it was kind of like, okay, God, what next? You don't expect to lose your parents, eh? And so when you do, and it's not just losing your parents, it's losing your foundation, as you said. My dad was my everything, my first love. He was the man who told me I was the most beautiful girl in the world. He gave me everything, presents, 24/7. He was the man who encouraged me to go forth in my career of being a creative when a lot of people were like, oh no, why don't you go and be a doctor or be a lawyer, you know? And so he was the man that has been by my side and showed me what a man is supposed to be. So when Mom died, he got sick. Well, he had been sick with prostate cancer. And when Mom passed away, I decided, of course, I'm the eldest. There's only two of us. I'm the girl. And we usually take on the responsibility of being the primary caregiver. That's when life just got crazy. Your dad is sick with prostate cancer. He's depressed. because he's lost his wife of 40-something years. Now he has to live with this crazy wild daughter who's like, here are the boundaries, you know, trying to be the mom and the daughter. And
he's telling you what he wants. You don't want to hear it because you know what you want for him.
Exactly. But what you want for him is not what he wants for himself. And so we're very selfish sometimes as the children because we're like, you need to do it this way. But through my experience of 5 years, watching my dad sad for 5 years, in pain for 5 years, looking for medication, doctors, 24/7, it was the hardest thing I've ever had to experience.
I know, we were talking,
and that's 5 years.
When you left TVJ, he had just started to get progressively worse.
Yes.
And I remember you used to come to work with, you know, it's funny, we sit in these morning shows and we smile and people don't know what you're going through behind the cameras. But you found yourself in a position in this last year where you were asking yourself, why am I here? Like, what is my purpose here? My parents are gone.
Yeah.
Life is, this life is a little too life-in.
Yeah.
What am I doing here?
And as you said, we show up and we present because we have to.
Yeah.
It's our job. We're authentic, but we also have professionalism in what we do. So we show up, we're smiling. It's my purpose. I've always known my purpose. My purpose is to, you know, lift people. My purpose is to give people a voice, is to help people. I've always known that. But when I lost my parents, as you said, the foundation was gone. It ripped a part of my soul, part of my heart out. And I said to myself, boy, this is life? 70 years? 2 scores, what the Bible say?
And 10.
2 score and 10. This is my reality. So it kind of hit me that I don't have much longer either. I'm halfway there.
Mortality.
Yes, mortality hits you and you're like, oh my God, I could die too in my 70s. Both my parents left me. So I'm now living a life of what do I do for the next, tell me age. What do I
couple.
do? You know what I'm saying?
The next couple of
you know,
years.
we look like 15.
Yes, girl.
Listen, I'm halfway there. So mortality hit, and I had to kind of come to the realization that my foundation is gone. There's stories that I wish I heard more of. You know, my parents and I had a retirement plan. They were going to come to Jamaica. We were going to live together. They were going to help me with the grandkids. Mommy and I were going to go to lunch. And when I see like friends having lunch with their moms, I'm like, man, that's what I was supposed to have. So I feel like I have regrets. Like I wish I had more time.
Hold that thought.
You know?
Hold that thought. Yes, I fully get it. Take a break. Come back with more. The other side of this break. Hi folks, we're back with Emprezz. She's sharing very openly about what's been happening with her in the last year of her life. Lost her mom in 2019, lost her dad last year, and has been kind of wading through the water. Took herself away from the public eye largely, and now you're making a resurgence. You're coming out of retirement.
Simone, bring me back. On the TV. You brought me back.
You just spoke about regrets. We're going to get to some of those because we spoke about that. But let's talk about that parenting your parent time in your life. I find so many of my friends, peers, colleagues are going through that.
Yeah.
And we don't talk enough about. Somebody said to me, you need to start a support group, which you actually did.
Well, yeah.
On WhatsApp for people.
Yeah.
You had no idea it was going to be so hard.
Oh my gosh. It's like, okay, so I would come home and Dad is waiting for me at the door. He's either complaining about something or telling me what I must do in my life. And at the same time, it's 8 o'clock at night. I've been on the road since 6 o'clock with my kids, going through this, going through that, working. And I've come home and I have no bandwidth to take on. But guess what? I'm still feeling guilty because I'm like, no, he needs me because he has nobody else here. Right. It's him. And it's me.
Because to be clear, your parents were in Australia.
They were in Australia. Mommy passed away in Australia. I went and closed that chapter. Brought Daddy home for a new chapter. And it was hard for him. It was hard for me. Can you imagine living with your parents? I left home at 18.
Yeah.
I left home at 18 years old. Can you imagine living with your parents? I mean, it's like a new man And we ain't trying to do that. You know what it's like? It's a completely different person. It's still your dad, your number one love, but we're different.
But still a completely different person because of all he had gone through.
And all he had gone through.
And all you know had to try to implement now. So you are trying to effect boundaries.
Yes. Oh, boundaries.
You're trying to tell him what he needs to do.
Yes. And you need to take this medication. I don't need to take this medication. I'm a doctor. I know what it's doing to my body. But Dad, the doctor said, no, you don't tell me what to do. Okay, Daddy. Come downstairs, pills on the ground. I'm going mad because I'm like, you're not doing what you're supposed to do. But he looked at me one day, he said, you don't know how I feel. I know my body and I'm ready to go. I want to go and be with my wife.
Yeah. And
just sit and hear that, Simone. But yeah, it's very hard and people don't understand emotionally to watch your parent deteriorate in front of you. That is a pain that you can't describe. And it's like, maybe I'm selfish. I wanted him to be happy so we could all be happy. Dad, let's go and do this. I don't want to. So now I'm upset because he doesn't want to, but I feel guilty because I'm now gone with the kids for this holiday activity. I've left my dad alone and I felt torn. Oh, by the way, husband, kids.
Yeah.
So I have to be that woman for everybody.
Yeah, and somebody for you too, because you needed some of you for yourself.
I needed some for me.
And then you really got to a point where you were like, I'm not being the best.
No.
Me for me.
No.
I'm not. But you really got to that place where you realized that you were losing.
I was losing myself. You know, when I was finished with everything, I would go and I would cry uncontrollably for like 2 hours plus by myself. I would drink, I would cry and hide. And then I woke up in the morning and I showered, washed my face, put on that mommy, let's go kids. But then I also realized that I was going through so much, I was taking it out on the ones closest to me, my kids. I would scream, I would yell, I was becoming uglier and uglier behind closed doors. And that's when I stopped and I said, no. And no matter how much it would hurt them, I needed a healing process, which is my time. I had to fix me, and that's when I had to go into the mental gym. I'm the daughter of a psychologist, and mommy was a psychologist, and I can tell you there are tools I took from her, and she wrote a lot. So sometimes I'd go through her writing, and I would draw on a psalm, draw on a quote, and these are the things that I would have to use to mentally get myself to a place where I was like, okay, you got to manage this, you got to fix you, because you can't pour from an empty cup. And we women, we do a lot. We do a lot. And when you see yourself deteriorating mentally, even physically, when you don't want to wake up in the morning, you just want to snooze, and you smile for everybody else, you give to everybody else, but then inside you're depleted, that's not healthy.
Nope.
And so you have to find ways to keep the glass full, so that you can actually continue to give. And that's a lot of work. That's a whole set of things.
And you said the right word, it's work.
Work,
It's consistently showing up for yourself, which is so hard because at this point now you are battling with not only regret, but guilt. Because you said you wish you had listened to him more and understood what he said he wanted. He never wanted to be here.
He didn't want to be here. And
you're mad at him for not wanting to be here.
I'm mad at you because you don't want to be here. But I can't feel what he's feeling.
No.
I used to make jokes. Why you don't find another wife, Daddy? Never in his life. And I would only say it he was like, I would never. My mom was his everything.
I know.
And I guess you can never understand what somebody else is feeling. But what we need to do is learn to listen more and not be about self. Because it's natural. We're gonna want to protect ourselves. It's about what we want. But I wish I was able to step out of me and what I wanted and truly listen to what he wanted. When he wanted that fried chicken, I should have stopped and bought it. Yeah, I should have stopped and bought the fried chicken. No, Daddy, it's not good for you. When he wanted that soda, because he was going anyway, and we knew. But it was the anxiety of knowing he was going to die, because everything on paper said so, and not knowing when I was going to get the call. It's when my husband would wake me up and say, your dad's calling you and he's outside. He's gone outside his house. He lived with us, but he has his own entry, and he went outside and he fell. It's a series of falls. And the day when I got the call that he had fallen in the shower, And I saw that. That's when the anxiety, that feeling of, so everywhere I went, I'd be smiling, but I'd be like, oh, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what was next. I was just living. It was like 12 months of fear.
It's a horrible feeling.
It's a horrible
that anxiety, it's a horrible feeling.
It's horrible.
I want to know how you got to a place where you said you used a toolkit to try and get your mind right and get yourself right. And I want to know what that toolkit entails, because Emprezz, you are speaking to me now because I've been there, and you're speaking to people who are watching now who are literally living what you're living. So let's see if we can talk some more through the toolkit part and see what we can give people to take away on the other side. Soon come. All right, guys, we're back with my friend Emprezz here. Distilling a lot today, and I know we're speaking to somebody who is watching right now. In the middle of everything you're going through, Miss, you decided to start a support group. Because you said there must be somebody else who's feeling this. And you were surprised at the response.
Yes.
The number of people who were like, thank you for doing this because we are drowning.
Yes. And that's exactly what it is, drowning. Like, how do I get out of this? And there's like no light. You can't see the light. And I remember I was in a group with some moms, and I messaged in, I would send messages about elderly care and I would see people asking questions too about where can I get this, or where can I find a nurse or a caregiver. So I decided to start a WhatsApp group, and people just started coming in. And then wherever I went, somehow I was wearing I was wearing everything on my shoulders, and I would go to places and break down. So everybody that stopped me in the supermarket, at the lights, and saw me break down and cry during that process with Dad, thank you for hugging me. I made new friends because I didn't know they were going through it too. And so
community.
Yeah, it's community. So the first thing is be authentic and honest and share your story. Because when you do that, you realize, as you mentioned, that you're not alone. And so that's the first thing. Don't be afraid to say what you're going through. Yeah, I was feeling guilt. I wanted to spend more time with my parents. I wish I was kinder to my dad. I wish I got more of the stories and wrote that book, Little Boy from Hatfield, that I said I wanted to write with him. And now the stories are gone, And so, I think you have to open up and find a village. And if the village is not presented, walk out there and create that village. Because there's nothing that you and I are going through that somebody else isn't going through.
Right.
Guaranteed.
That's right.
So that's the first thing, Simone. We have to find a village. When your mom passed, and you called me on, I was like, oh, I'm coming to support Simone. And you found out that I was broken, and you had the therapist, Sonia Winter, on, and we,
I would still see.
Yes. And can I tell you, I sent my dad to Sonia as well.
Excellent.
So that you created a network there. Yeah, we have to talk. That's why I started Talk Up Youth. I just know the power of talking being therapy from that angle, and so I used that. And you have to have your set of girlfriends.
Yeah. Friends,
every girl needs a group of girlfriends that you can sit down and be as authentic and raw and open with, no judgment. And you know who you are. I have a set of girlfriends, Simone. No matter what, I could cry, I could bawl. And they were just there to lift me up.
The community was one thing in the toolkit. The other thing was you stepped away, Emprezz, from everything because it was just too much. And in the process of rediscovering who you are and why you are here, and you found the things that gave you peace. And one of those things was your kids. Wow. And just getting involved in their activities, sitting on the sidelines. You become a momager. No, you poured yourself into that because you found that was the only time.
And I felt happy. That's where I felt happiest, is sitting on the sidelines watching my kids play football and watching the other children play football and cheering on the children whose parents can't be on the sideline, cheering them on. That's where I found true peace, in it all. But I guess sometimes we are a part of our parents' behaviors, or the transitional behaviors of our parents we carry. My dad, you know, back in the day, I used to want to be a singer. I wanted to be like Simone and have my own TV show.
You've had several thousand.
Yes,
Please.
and I've done everything I've ever wanted as a child,
That's
I must
right.
say.
That's right.
But, and so I was able to step back because I had to work out, what is life now? My parents are gone. I have my children, and now it's time to pour into them the way mine did, even though my parents worked so hard. My dad never missed a show. I mean, I was in theater plays, and I remember I lived in this little country town in Australia as a teenager. I went out as a teenager, and he drove me 8 hours up and back to an audition.
Jeez.
Can you imagine? So you see the presence, and I just love being with my children.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, I took a step back. You know, things weren't working for me right now. This is not what I need right now in life. And yeah, that's another thing. Spend time with children. It makes you happy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and listen to children. Mm-hmm.
But
they do bring joy.
Spend time with you, which is a hard thing to do.
Yes.
Looking in the mirror at the hard truths, making peace with certain things, and then figuring out the next part.
And I'm a work in progress.
Yeah.
Because, you know, as I say, you know, don't watch the filters in life. This is a message to women, especially. Stop watching the filters. Stop watching the pretty clothes. Yeah? Because in the soul of every woman, we're carrying loads, pain, grief, trauma. And there are triggers that may present itself in ways that are unpleasant. And when you look in the mirror, you have to identify those as a part of the toolkit, Sim. There are parts of me I don't like.
Yes.
Parts of my behavior that presents itself usually with my family. And I'm saying, I don't like the way that I am right now. But you know why I'm like that? Because I'm going through some stuff that I haven't been able to mend. And you have to be honest with yourself.
Yeah.
And it's okay. I'm imperfect. Yeah?
Perfectly imperfect.
I'm perfectly flawed.
Beautifully flawed.
Or perfectly flawed.
Yes. Yes.
You know, they're kinks, you know.
Yeah.
But that's a woman's soul journey, but we have to be able to identify it. And I think a part of the healing too, I think, is let it out. Yeah? You've got to find a place where you can just bawl.
Mm-hmm.
And
or something else. What is the outlet?
Yeah,
but don't
be
lock
careful, because there's some toxic responses
Got
to pain and grief, and I've been there. You've got to know, because for every action, there's a consequence.
You mean people go out and find the wrong things to associate with and ingest, and then mash up further.
And then you mash up further. And so that's why, you know, and as I say, find people who may not tell you, you know, when I go out there, people say, oh, yeah, the most beautiful girl in the world, I love you. When I go home, my kids tell me the truth. Mommy, you weren't very nice today. And my husband is like, Empress, you need to check yourself, right? So you need those people.
You need truth tellers.
You need truth tellers, right? And so I want to thank my husband for always being a truth teller. You know, men are interesting. They're not very open emotionally, but, you know, he's been able to allow me to see certain things that need to be fixed. And my children are very brutally honest. And so I've learned to listen to the truth tellers who I know love me and want the best of me. And that's important. But you see, the mind is a very precious thing. And you have to train your mind. You see how people work out every day on social media with them flat belly. That's why I can't get no work in the belly, no flat again. I'm in the BBL. But anyway, soon come back. But the reality is, they're presenting all of this. They're working out every day and presenting it. Now, you see the mind? When you're going through grief, pain, trauma, and all of these things, Simone, you have to talk to yourself every morning.
Or else you're mad, miss.
You will go mad. As I said, sometimes, you know, unfortunately, we've seen where people have taken their lives and they've gone into deep depression. Me nah go there, so, because joy would not want that. But I can tell you, I've been there, and I've had to ask myself, why are we even here on earth? As I said, we're going dead longer than we live. I got dead in what, 30 years, 40 years? I'll be out of here. What am I leaving? How do I want to live the next 30, 40 years? And so you have to tell yourself what you want. When you go into that dark place, you have to find your why, find your purpose for now. And mine has been my children. But you see, you have to talk to yourself.
Hold on to that. the legacy Empress says her parents have left, not financial, psychological, and mental. And that keeps her understanding who she is and where she's going. And she's made a decision now that she's ready to get up and go again. Let's talk about that on the other side. Hi guys, we're back with Emprezz, and we are talking now about where she is in her life, having stepped away, but now being at a point now where you say you're ready to. You're coming out of semi-retirement. How did you get to the place now where you said, I'm ready again?
Yeah. So I retired myself and then realized I had no money. So I need to go back and work.
Oh, boy.
Okay, really? Ain't no lies. You know, I can't help myself. I got to talk truth. I took myself away because I just needed time to heal out of the media and spending more time with my kids, you know, the therapy, working on that toolkit of overcoming grief and just being okay with where life is or where I am in life and what I've experienced. And now I'm at a point where it's like, you know, when you're a creative and you're an entrepreneur, you can't sleep at night because you're always coming up with an idea in the middle of the night, all day. And so I have all these ideas that I'd like to give birth to. You know, I like giving birth to ideas and to children. And so I'm pregnant with opportunity. Not kids. Don't tell nobody me pregnant. I can't mean not doing that again. No. But I'm pregnant with opportunities now and ideas. And so I just want to, you know, live and explore, try new things again. As I said, I've done everything I've ever wanted to as a kid. Everything I dreamt of, I've done. And so now I'm at a place where, you know, I want to try something new. And it may be in the same industry, but just keep doing what I love to do, which is create and try, then create and try, and just live my entrepreneurial creative journey for the rest of my life.
Pour it out.
Just pour it out.
Holding nothing back.
Hold nothing back, but still helping people. You know, I still want to help people find their joy and find their happy space. I want to help people fill their cup, and that's why I'm spending more time in workshops and empowerment sessions with women, moms, groups, especially working moms who are taking on a lot. I want to help them find their why and find their joy.
And one of your messages is to encourage people to stop taking baby steps and safe steps. You want people to live outside the box and, you know, figure out, is 95 for me? What's my next thing? Because you say so many of us live trapped in this.
And I said, Simone, sometimes it looks good on the outside. And that's why I'm telling people, don't watch nobody. Because on the Instagram and the social spaces, it looks pretty. But I know women who have everything. They have rich man. They have executive positions. They have degrees upon degrees, but they're unhappy. Your soul is unhappy.
Not filled.
It's not filled.
Not nurtured.
And so we have to find ways to fill our soul. Because, Simone, we're going to be dead longer than we live. How you want to live it now. When my parents taught me that, they're gone. And there are many things they wanted to do, and they still didn't get to do it. And I don't want to be that person. And so I want to do the things I want to do. Yeah? I want to make sure that I'm at every game with my kids. I want to make sure that I'm being creative and seeing dreams come to life. And so I just want to encourage people to go through that. But pain is real, grief is real, and it will take you dark places, But you still have to find a way out, and it starts in the mind. That's when you talked about the toolkit. This.
Where you said, where man can, mind can. But you need mindset.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You also need strength, though.
Strength.
Some people don't have strength. You also need will.
Yeah.
Some people don't have will.
But you know how you get that?
How do you get that?
You talk to yourself every morning.
Yeah.
You write down everything that you want to be, everything you want to feel. I can do this. I will get up. Nobody will hold me back. You've got to do that. And then you have to take yourself out of toxic spaces. And the thing I teach people all the time, when negativity comes your way, you say, achoo, I'm allergic to you. Because it comes. Yeah, man. The joy
Run it away.
Yeah, man. You have to run it away, and you have to be prepared. It's like an armor, you know. Your mind, you know, creates an armor to protect you from the things that are going to make you weak, from the things that are going to make you unhappy. And I'm telling you, I have had to practice this for years. That's why I walk with an air of resilience. It's hard to break me now, you know, because I've had to. That's how I protect myself.
Mm-hmm. And the more you go through it, the stronger you get.
The more you go through it, the stronger you get.
Yeah.
If you have the right people around you and the right mindset and toolkit.
So you literally walk in your house now, saying these things in the morning.
Of course.
I am great. I have everything I need.
And sometimes I have to stop when I pick the mango from the backyard, when I pick the soursop and the pear from my backyard, when I drive with a bag of pear and give the people them on the street, that's when I realize how blessed I am. And nothing is more important than that. That nothing is more important than just the beauty. And when my mom passed, there was a song. There's beauty in my brokenness. I found true love instead. So I used to sing that, play that. I don't know how I even found the song, but it would just play. It was on replay. And just that line, there's beauty in the brokenness. And every time I feel weak, I stop and look for a beautiful thing, a beautiful flower, a beautiful moment. And I say, give thanks. I saw a young man the other day in the music shop. And I was shopping and I was like, oh, and carrying on about this and that. And he's like, you know, I just lost my mom, my dad, and another family member. And I just looked at him and said, you need a hug? Because I was like, God,
and sometimes that's all people need.
That's all people need, somebody to listen.
A word of kindness, a hug, a listening ear.
A listening ear. I hugged the man, you know what I said to him, Simone? He looked broken. And I said, there's beauty in the brokenness. Because there is. Sometimes I think about the moments and Daddy and I would laugh. And that took me through. Same thing with Mom.
Broken.
So I think we need to just look for the beauty in everything and know that life is very short. And you see, I choose to negativity.
Yeah.
Spend time with people who fill your soul like you're filling mine now. I feel good. I've been avoiding you for a year.
No kidding.
So your producer,
you think me they know that?
Your producer, my friend Lori, called me and said, oh, Simone wants you back. And I was like, you know, I like to interview people, right?
Yeah.
I don't like to talk. I like to talk.
Yes, you
but
do.
Not always about me and my story. So when you asked, I was like, why does someone want me to come and talk about myself? I don't want to talk about myself. You know what I mean? That's not what I do. I want to talk to Simone.
Well, you know what? It's not about you.
I just realized.
It's not about you. It's about what you can. You're a value add. People who sit here for the folks who watch. And there is some joy you get out of that, but it's not about you. It's about what you do for the folks who
That's why I came, because you and your producer convinced me when I told you I can't come on the show. And I'm busy, and I found every excuse not to come. Some of it was true, though. I don't tell lies. It was true. Yeah. I just couldn't find the right shoes, you know. But honestly, Simone, when you said to me, no, Empress, this is about us catching up, because of catching up from the last time we were here, and it's about helping other people to find their way through their own pain. And when you said that, I was like, yeah, man, what's the date?
Okay.
And so thank you for doing what you do.
Thank you.
Thank you. Because the soul needs to be nourished. And every guest you bring does bring something that nourishes another person. And so, you're a blessing, This is your gift.
Thank you, baby.
And I'm glad you found it. 12 seasons. You're my girl.
I love you.
I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you.
Come, let's nourish Empress's soul a little bit. Go ahead, Lord.
Do I lie down and cock up my foot for the nourishment?
If you want to.
All right, I know I need it.
My darling cousin, you are one of one, and I love you. Bless up yourself, big up yourself, and may all your heart's desires be satisfied in the year ahead. Love you.
Continue your effervescent spirit, kind-hearted, lovely soul. Thank you so much for looking out for my daughter. Thank you for your whole congeniality. I wish you many more happy years. And I'm sure they will be healthy. And very much probably prosperous. I'm definitely wishing prosperity. Love you. We'll see you soon.
We love you.
My sister,
And my auntie.
we love you. You are a special, blessed human being that God sent in our lives to ensure that we have the best lives possible. Thank you for being you, authentic you, special you, true to yourself, and we love you for that. Be blessed.
I would like to say that you have been an amazing auntie to me, and I really love you.
Well, you are rich. You got two beautiful children who adore you, and a husband who loves you, and a brother who absolutely loves you as well. I think you are such a big-hearted person for other people, and that reflects the heart of God. And I think you are a dear feeler, passionate, obviously very effective in what you're doing in championing the rights and freedoms and equality for many there in Jamaica, a great advocate for the less fortunate, the poor, the orphan, the widow, the alien, and the sick. So I want to say, love you dearly.
I've always been so close to you, my darling, and love you. I wish you continued prosperity, health, and growth in all your endeavors. I wish you continued success in your family life and the growth of your children. Right? And, you know, I'm always excited when it comes down to family. Empress, enough love. You remember when you just come over from Australia and become a Harbour View, come meet you and pick you up? Yes, yes. Long time we are roll. Long time we are roll.
We're grateful to God for you. We thank you for all that you do so well. Super mom, super wife, super family member, super cousin. You've just been giving us such added joy by who you are and what you do. Thank you so much and enjoy your day. God's blessings now and always.
You are such a wonderful, kind, sweet, thoughtful, awesome sister, and I'm so happy to have an additional sister in you.
You walked into our lives so many years ago. When it was just 3 of us in the family, you made it 4. Becoming the additional sister in our lives. Somehow you fit so well into our family, and you brought the vibes and the laughter and the loudness and the excitement, and very much of who you are is what everyone gets to see every day, authentically Emprezz. And you know, we know that you faced adversities. I was there with you. We were there with you when you lost both Nana Joy and Grandpa Earl. And I just want you to know that you've shown up with such resilience. You've shown up with such strength. And it's something that we admire so much. We're so proud of you. And I know sometimes, you know, being a mother, a wife, a sister, and everything to everybody, sometimes it feels as if you'd have little left for yourself. But that is where we come in to lift you up and to send you so much love and give you the support that you need. You're never alone. We're here with you. We love you. We're proud of you. And we know that as the years go by, you'll continue to be the stellar mother that you are, aunt that you are, sister and friend. We thank you for being so loyal to us, so loyal in friendship and in sisterhood. And I just love you and wish you so many more years of amazing laughter and love. And we just want to tell you that we love you. Thank you for all that you do.
My wonderful mother, you are amazing. You are wonderful. And I hope you enjoy every step you take in your life. You're an amazing mother, amazing wife, amazing daughter, amazing sister. And you can be anything that you achieve to be, because you are wonderful and I love you so much.
Mom, I love you so much. You are amazing. You're one of the best moms. You give everything and you make sacrifices just for your kids. I'm just wishing the best for you. I know you're going to do great in whatever you do because you're Emprezz. And yeah, I love you so much.
My baby. Oh my God. So I'm loved. I love you guys. Sometimes you forget. As much, sometimes, yeah.
Sometimes you forget.
You forget.
Period.
You forget.
Sometimes you need to hear it. Sometimes you need to be reminded. Out loud.
Listen.
Out loud.
Yeah. And you know, I love you guys. And maybe I don't call on you all enough. I know they'll tell you that sometimes I'd rather help you than you help me. But looking at everybody there, they've all been there for a moment in my life when I've needed them to. Whether it's, as Milton, my cousin said, remember, come pick you up, I have a view. Like, you know, and we all need to spend more time together. That's a reminder. And a piece I found in my mom's writings when I was cleaning up her office. It's a speech she must have given. It said, "Stop complaining." And that's a reminder. I have nothing to complain about because I have a village. And yeah, I love you guys. And yeah. So why my husband never come for a video?
Good question.
You
need to ask him that when he
goes.
Remember, you told me he's everything you prayed for when you talked to him, okay?
What is it? Tell him what?
Remember when you go to ask him? He told me that he's everything you prayed for, so just go to him in love. Within that context, Stephen,
yeah.
Good luck.
You know, I feel he was late with his video because he's been traveling a lot. But you know, I also want to just say I want to thank Stephen for his family. I got lucky. I never had sisters growing up. I got 2 sisters. I have so many nieces and nephews. Just beautiful moments. So I think for everybody, Simone, and I know that your dad is missing your mom and that you are in that space like many of us have been or many watching are going through, where we have to be gentle with our parents as they go through this phase. And same with you, you know, you're nourishing a lot of souls, but you know that if you need to call me to go and eat some food, that I will be there. And I want you to also look more around you and just open up a little bit more and reach out to the people that say that they're there, and then just open up a little bit and receive the love. That's what that video just showed me. You know, I need to go to St. Elizabeth and sit down with Cassandra more. I keep missing these family reunions at your house, Cassie. So I'm going to do more of that. And so, yeah, let's enjoy this.
Intentional.
Yeah, you have to be intentional. I love you guys. Look at my daughters, they be cute.
Yeah, your picnic, them are grown. Them talk like 2.
This son I talk like a man, you know, because you're...
Wow.
I love you, Kush. I love you, Zippy.
Oh, gosh. Let's take this break. We'll leave the show with Empress when we come back. All right, folks, we're back. Final segment with Empress. Just some gems that she's been dropping. A couple more before we go. You say now that life has taught you the power of resilience. That's clear, because you're still here.
Yes.
And as you step into this now new phase, you say you have another couple of decades to live and you are going to make the rest. You say the rest of your life is going to be the best of your life.
Yes.
What does that look like for you?
It looks like swimming with the dolphins with my children. We haven't done that yet. It's bucket list time. You know? And it's right in front of us. It's going to the river more. It's more backyard picnics. It's taking that drive to spend with family and friends. It's about just doing whatever it is I want to do. It has to just, you know, I have to check my values boxes. If it meets my value boxes, my passion boxes, my purpose box, my why box, my joy box, then I'm doing it. And I'm not going to let anything hold me back. And guess what? I reach a point in my life that no matter what anybody says about me, because you know the world is full with, and you have to be aware. The world is full of people who are not going to like you, and the world is full of social norms that may not fit your norm. And so you've got to be able to look into yourself and say, what do I want? Block out all the noise and just go for it. And only hang around with people who love you, people who wish you well. Come in and need nobody else.
Pour into you.
People who pour into me. So the people that are in my life that you just saw, those who you didn't see in the village, you know, I want to spend more time, and I want to be kinder to some of you who are close to me. And you know what I mean. Just a little bit gentler and a little bit more forgiving. Like as I said, you know, with that, I wish there were some things I just let it go. Just let it go. It's really
sounds like you're in a period of acute self-awareness.
Yeah.
Squarely.
Yeah.
In pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where it is.
And that's really valuable to moving forward. Yeah.
So, yeah, it's like, whew, this is, yeah, it's a new chapter. I'm writing it right now.
Yeah.
Isn't that exciting?
I love that we're a part of that.
Yes.
You speak to what you went through with Dad. You speak to now being in a place where you're trying to forgive yourself for some things. And there are folks watching who are squarely in your position. They feel are carrying a lot of guilt for stuff they've done. They can't let go of regrets. They don't know how to move on to make, as you say, the rest the best. Talk to them. Your last word.
Oh, whatever you're going through right now, just know that you're not alone. And you have to have a vision of what you want for your life. If you can't see it, then you're not going to be able to take the steps to achieve it, right? My dad always said your attitude determines your altitude. So you have to create an attitude of gratitude, an attitude of wanting the best for yourself and for others. And I think when you start to, you know, use my toolkit, the mental gym, tell yourself everything that you want, and you will start to embody it. It will start to come to you. It's just the law of life, you know, neuroplasticity and all these things people talk about. You know, you just, you open up the universe to it, the universe will give it to you. So I think you need to, be gentle with yourself. And guess what? I keep telling you, we're going to be dead longer than we live. So just choose a life you want to live. We have a choice. And guilt is real. Accept it, ask for forgiveness, and just keep going. And you can repair, you know, when you have guilt, there is repair. Just like a doctor can come and diagnose you, diagnose yourself, and the medication now is what you say to yourself, the people that are around you, and you can repair. And that's why I teach your pain becomes your purpose, becomes your passion, and then you turn that into your profit. And profit does not mean it has to be financial profit.
Add value to your life.
Add value to your life. Happiness is the true currency.
Yes,
the
girl.
true currency
Yes,
is
girl.
happiness.
Yes.
And if you can find that wherever you go, you know, you'll be okay. But you need communities. So grief communities, find people who are going through what you're going through, and together when you share, as I said, it becomes a community of therapy, a community of healing. And you know, you just never know what another woman's going through. But sometimes if we just stop and ask, it can make a world of difference.
Your presence here tonight made a world of difference. Thank you for coming.
We did it!
The time is right.
And I didn't cry.
And you did not cry.
I mean,
I'm so proud of you. No tears shed.
Yeah, because, you know, you're not trying to get done with your makeup. Sheena put on the makeup nice and then come on the show and ball and it rub. You know, that's
You're pretty though. You're pretty bad, you know.
Listen,
but you know that long time.
My dad told me that my entire life.
Yeah.
So it's hard not to believe.
Yes.
Even if you told me I was ugly, I'd be like, no.
Because Dad said.
My dad said, I'm
all
the prettiest in the world.
man. It was just an honor.
Thank you.
I knew it was going to be lovely.
Yeah. And you look lovely.
Thank you, baby.
Want to swap dresses?
Yes. Let's do that after. Let's wrap the show first. Affirmation time, everybody. So we are the emperors and the empresses, the kings and the queens of our lives. It's lives where we often end up feeling like paupers and peasants by the blows that we're dealt. But diamonds, they're made from pressure. And the jewels in our crowns have to be earned from stuff we'd rather not endure. There are breaches to our castle walls. There's the failing and the falling of the infantry, and the finality that comes amidst an ongoing journey. But while the structure may be shaken, our walls stand firm. They're fortified by faith. They are powered by purpose. And from the old wounds and scars, new beauty arises with hope at the helm. At the dawn of every new day, folks, is a choice to go again. So tonight we are affirming, I am royal and resilient. I will always rise. That is our soul food and our show for this evening. Thank you for watching, everybody. We're back next week with another story of the power of the human spirit. Until then, every blessing, and please remember to count your blessings. Good night, everybody.